So I don't know about you guys, but I really have a problem when I wake up in the morning and I go down and I'm going to have a banana and it's got a few brown spots on it. So I hurry up and eat one, but there's 3 or 4 more left. So tomorrow morning, I already know that this banana is going to be like for banana bread now, right? Which, by the way, is okay with me. I love banana bread. But this is a big issue with fruits and vegetables, isn't it?
Absolutely. Most people don't realize that 35% of all fruits and vegetables grown are never consumed.
Because of this issue.
They rot, that decay, they're thrown in the landfills, and we throw 300 million pounds a day into our landfills in the U.S.
So what do you think that costs the average person like over a yearly basis?
The average household is over $1,800 a year in wasted.
Thrown away food.
Thrown away fresh produce.
Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. And I think the other thing that comes into this is that when you look at something and it doesn't look so appealing, you're really like, okay, I'm gonna eat the chips instead because that was gonna be okay. So it has health consequences as well.
Absolutely, and it's hard to determine the exact number, but the EPA USDA last year published that it costs the United States $2 trillion a year, people not eating healthy fruits and vegetables.
Wow, all right. So Bruce, you decided that you're done with this, I'm done throwing away my bananas and my apples. What did you do about this?
You're right, I was absolutely done with fruits and vegetables and wine. And I got tired of it and I said, there's gotta be a better way. So a couple years ago I started looking into it and I found out that I developed a technique which we subsequently patented and so on. And it's a very simple technique which circulates the air, takes the oxygen out, leaving nitrogen from the air behind, which is an inert environment. And that nitrogen environment extends the shelf life by up to 5 times by doing it.
The other thing I like about this unit that you developed is that the fruit looks amazing in there, right? It's lit up, it's like on the counter. When I'm gonna go into the kitchen now, I'm gonna see that and I'm gonna go, hey, I'm gonna eat that banana now, so.
That's exactly, we did a lot of work on the design of the system so it looks nice and so it really shows the fruits and vegetables, as you can see the bright white light and so on, so you can really see what's there. And that way you get nice healthy food and hopefully your diet improves a little bit and your health improves. One thing I didn't mention is when we take the oxygen out at the end of the process, we put a little bit of ozone in there. And for those of you who are not aware of the chemical and so on, ozone's just ionized oxygen. So we generate this ozone. The ozone is the most deadly chemical to bacteria. So you kill off all the bacteria, you've extended shelf life out, and the ozone decays back into breathable oxygen. And the oxygen that we've removed already is just put back into the air.
And when I go in and grab a banana, open up the lid, take it out, and then you close it back up and it goes through this whole process again?
It does exactly. Okay. As soon as you close it, it goes through the cycle, removing the oxygen, putting a little ozone back in there, and your food's extended out. Like I say, you'll get up to 3 to 5 times the normal shelf life of a product.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive. So how do I go about getting one of these?
You just have to wait a little while. We're going to be doing a Kickstarter program next month.
Okay.
Watch us on Kickstarter, on our website, of course. And we expect to have the product out in about 6 months, that product there.
Okay.
And like I said, we're also looking at commercializing it for the other parts of the food chain. We're working on SBIR contracts, working with hopefully some OEMs here at the facility.
I was actually thinking about that too. Grocery stores would be all over this, I would think, because I can't imagine the amount of food that they throw or produce that they throw away.
Between 3 and 6% of what they bring in is thrown away. Phenomenal amount. And actually, we have a couple of grocery chains we've talked to are very excited about this. And we actually did a project for the EPA for the grocery store for putting it in bags. In other words, as you bring your food out, put it in bags and so on, you take the oxygen out, put a little ozone in, and it extends its shelf life and so on.
I know we're talking about produce here, but something else you said a little earlier was wine. How does this work with wine?
It actually works in the exact same way. We have an auxiliary line coming out of the system. We plug it in, plug to the bottle, and we run the system, and it removes the oxygen, leaving the nitrogen inside, and extends the shelf life of the wine as well. Any hydrocarbon obviously deteriorates with oxygen, so it'll extend that shelf life out.
Okay.
And we've actually had some discussions in the medical field. That's a big area too, but it takes a long time to get into it, and that's the reason we started in this area.
Sure. All right, Bruce, I appreciate it. This is your guru of geek, Marlo Anderson at CES 2023.